So now that you've made some animals, now that you're considering breeding, what direction will you go? So do you go with holdbacks or do you just keep buying animals? Stick around in this video and hopefully, I can share something with you that will help you to determine the best path forward for you.
These brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice. These brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Paul with Spheric Reptiles. I'm so glad that you tuned in today for this video on how new ball python breeders or owners can grow their projects that they're trying to do from either using holdbacks or newly acquired animals, right? And I think this is the thing that where the rubber meets the road. You've already moved past, you can keep a snake, right? Now the question goes, do I breed them or do I not? So if you're watching this video, you've already probably crossed that threshold of I'm going to breed reptiles or ball pythons. So with that, now you got to look at your pocketbook. I think that's the next thing you got to do. You got to see, okay, will it be feasible for me to keep buying these animals at such an extreme clip, or do I need to produce holdbacks? And if I'm producing those holdbacks, this is where the plan comes in. Do I have a plan to produce the holdbacks that will continue to move me forward if in my interest or to sell? It's either one. So I think that they're both equally motivating. For me, it's motivating to produce the animals that I really love, but I also like seeing someone get one of our animals and the joy that and the surprise that they never even thought that an animal like this exists. Yeah, I know. People that are in the reptile industry always think that all of these reptiles always exist. Like, that's a lot of always. But always is never true, right? Not all the time, not always. So when people that have bought snakes from us, acquire a snake from us, and they see that, wow, there's so many different types of snakes, especially if they come over to the house and they get to actually see the breeder males and females, man, they're completely blown away. So keep that enthusiasm. So whether you're producing them for yourself or to sell, it should require the same amount of enthusiasm and responsibility. In this video, what I hope that I can show you is sound reasoning for each. So just starting off with holdbacks, that should be your number one focus, because that will help set your foundation as to how you will move forward in your growing projects, as well as how long it will take. Plan for at least 5 years for a project, right? And that generally is a good thing to do. Now, if you're going for triple recessives or quadruple recessives or penta-recessives or hexa-recessives, that's going to take a little bit longer, because that's a lot more odds. And as you pair them up more and more, your percentages or your ratio for success for getting what you truly want, that quad visual, that penta visual, that percentage goes way down, like with each one, especially if you're comparing heads to heads to heads or heads to heads to heads. Producing those holdbacks like you're watching here on the screen, what we chose to do, just so that you can get a feel for what we're trying to do here at Spheric Reptiles, is we took a red striped clown male and paired it to a yellow belly pied female. And what we got was a yellow belly double head clown pied, and we got a normal double head clown pied, and we got a red striped yellow belly double head clown pied, just for this example here. And what we're holding back is the normal and the red striped yellow belly double head clown pied. You might ask, why not keep the yellow belly to play with? Well, we have a lot of yellow belly, and we're not really just trying to make ivory snakes. We do have a blue-eyed leucistic project underway, but with that, we're just going to depend on those snakes to make those blue-eyed leucistics, because everybody loves blue-eyed leucistics, am I right? Yeah, pretty much. The only people who really don't like blue-eyed leucistics are breeders, because we can't really tell the difference. But whenever I see a blue-eyed leucistics, man, I am blown away, especially if it's a super butter or a lesser. It just blows me away. So what makes a good holdback? I'm just going to answer these real quick. So strong genetics, very strong genetics. So when you see it, you know what it is. So whether it's a black pastel, whether it's an inchy, whether it's a leopard, whether it's a red stripe, whether it's a blackhead, whether it's a monsoon, whether it's a Mojave, you get what I'm saying. A desert ghost, a hypo. When you see it, you already know. It's so easy to identify. That's what you want to hold back. And you also want to hold back animals that have very good bone structure. So they don't have deformed tails or heads. They don't have any kinks. Their eyes are clear. Their mouths are clear. They have all their teeth. Does it sound familiar? It's just kind of like you want the best example of the animal that you can get, right? And that's what you want to hold back. And sometimes it's not always the genetics that you're looking for if you can get the quality of animals. So if it's something that you feel can pass those genes and those traits on to their offspring, then a lot of the times that might be more worth holding back than the one that is the visual example of what you want, right? So why do holdbacks even matter? Well, like I said before, holdbacks are the building blocks, the foundation of what you're trying to do. You're trying to breed. So do you want quality or do you want quantity? And that's what this all boils down to. You don't want to go out and just keep opening up your wallet and spending money, giving somebody else your hard-earned money for something that you can produce. Now, I'm not saying to never do that, but what I'm trying to say is you should have a plan to produce as many animals as you can, and then all you have to do is feed them. But you get a greater joy, I feel, in helping the animals to create animals for you, because again, we never breed anything. I'm always saying that we never do anything. We just happen to facilitate it. We are the pimps of the snake industry. We put them together with the right time and the right temperature and everything, and voila, you know, when you least expect it, clutch your eggs. Smart acquisition. So I said smart. I didn't say stupid. I didn't say dumb. I said smart acquisition. So now you've either bred for a season, or you've been breeding, or you're thinking of breeding, or maybe you're not. Maybe you just think this is a cool video to watch. But smart acquisitions. And what I mean by that is sometimes you're missing key genes that you feel are necessary for you to reach your goals. With that, I say just go and purchase it. So here's a recent unboxing that we got just a couple of days ago from Spheric Reptiles. And I'll just do this really quick. I'm very excited. We've purchased animals from them before. You see the swag on top. I think that's important to get some swag, you know what I'm saying? And also you want to get good packaging and all that other stuff when you're acquiring smart acquisitions. But this animal in particular is what I mean by getting additional genes. And it is trying to wait. It's a male, so I'm just waiting. It's a male, black pastel, red stripe, yellow belly, inchy, leopard that is also head for clown. I know that's a mouthful. So that's 5 incomplete dominant and 1 recessive trait. And you can see right there just how beautiful this animal is in the, I guess, half-breed of the clown form. And so I knew that this animal, when I saw it on Morph Market, would propel us forward. I mean, at least a couple of years. So it saves me the time. And time is my most valuable asset. So that's what I'd always like to stress to you guys. So from that latest pickup, you can see his name is Gizmo. That, man, you know, he's so packed. He's black pastel, inchy, red stripe, yellow belly, leopard, head clown. So that's 6 genes right there. And I'm going to show you some of the things that we have that we're going to be working with that one male, now that we've actually seen it and acquired it from Spheric Reptiles. And I thank him so much for producing that. Is we have a pastel Phantom Huffman head clown that we want to pair it to. We have a spot nose clown that we want to pair him to, as well as, because we have outliers too, we got a chocolate inchy hypo that's head for Desert Ghost that we want to pair him up to hopefully make some hypo Desert Ghost clowns with a combination of and all of those genes mixed together just to see what they look like. Now we have a chance to make super inchy, so we assume that because they both have inchy that they'll all have inchy. That's not always the case, but more than likely I would bet that over 75% of those animals have that inchy gene, and maybe 25% are super inchy, which is cool because I like the super inchy pattern, but you can see how this moves us forward. And this is something that I actually planned for. I wanted to produce it, but when I saw it, I was like, you know, this will save me some time. So all I have to do now is wait for him to grow up for my females, pair them up, genetic test if they don't turn out visual, and voila. Now I've got a new acquisition that produced me some holdbacks. In conclusion, new breeder, you got this. You got it, man. You can do this. It's not rocket science, right? This is not rocket science. Let me tell you, but it does require you to do a little bit of research on how to either measure the follicle size and or how to determine if your male is ready for pairing or breeding. I think this is something that you can do. We have videos, of course, like I always say here, but don't hesitate to look at other videos or try to find your own research just so that you can have the process that you're doing down pat. Definitely let me know what you think about this video and see if I am moving in the right direction with it or if I'm not. But if nothing else, guys, you like this video, like and subscribe to it, because it seems like the more likes I get and subscriptions that I get, the more YouTube will put it out there. So if you don't mind sharing it with someone, only if it's helpful, because I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not monetized on YouTube. I still have my day job. I love the hell out of my snakes. I love the hell out of my family. And so, you know, that's pretty much it, guys. If nothing else, hey, enjoy that time that you spend with your reptiles and cherish and enjoy that time that you spend with your family. Thank you.